Hello, welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Camper UK in Lincoln and I'm here to review this. This is new for 2025. It's the Laika Kosmo L 4.12. Quite a big name. Laika are an Italian manufacturer, as you may know. We've done a bit with them before. We went out to Italy and actually tested out a Kosmo motorhome. Now Kosmo from the Laika range is actually their entry level. There's Kosmo, Ecovip and then Kreos. Now what they've done with Kosmo for 2025 for the UK market is bring out two models with the habitation door on the near side. Because as you may know, Laika being Italian, their habitation door is normally on the offside. But for our market, we have this. Now there's an island bed model, which is the one we're going to look at today, the 4.12. And then there's a longitudinal bed model, which unfortunately isn't here for me to show you today. But let's fire on with the Kosmo L 4.12 and find out a little bit more about this motorhome. So let's first of all talk about the price. Now prices start at £80,000, although this one at Camper UK, as we can see here, is £87,000 because it's got a few extras on it. It is based on the Fiat Ducato. This 2025 model, we know it's the 2025 new model because of this front. I have shown you that in a few other reviews as well. So this is the vents that you want to be looking at for a new model. So it comes with the 2.2 litre diesel engine and 140 horsepower as standard. You can upgrade to 180 horsepower. It does come with manual transmission as standard, or again, you can add the automatic as an optional extra. Size wise, so this motorhome, it's 7 metres and 40 centimetres in length, it's 2.23 metres in width, and it's 2 metres and 95 centimetres in height. Now weight wise, this is a 3.5 tonne motorhome or 3,500 kilos, so you can drive it on your car licence, or if you want you can opt for it in the 3650 version, or you can go for the heavy chassis and have it at 4,400 kilos. That's quite a lot of payload. So totally up to you, but a standard 3.5 tonnes as we can see here. Now the Laika Kosmo, the whole of this motorhome is white with these black graphics. Laika do keep it nice and simple, but yet it is effective. We can see the big Laika logo down there, and what I do like if we look at the wing mirrors is you get the Italian flag here. The Italians are very passionate. I've discovered that myself, and I really like that about the Laika brand, and we see that Italian styling as we go in. We're going to start on the offside first of all. First of all, you'll see there's no habitation door because that's on the near side. So we'll get our heads around that. You do get the black Fiat alloy wheels. We can see several windows as we go down. There are storage for two 11-kilo gas bottles on this motorhome. This is the vent for the Truma air-blown heating. This model has the Truma 6E fitted to it. So when you're on electric hookup, you can run it on the electric system. And if you're off-grid, it will run on the gas. Continuing down, this is the water filling point. Now on board, you will find a 110 litre fresh water tank and a 90 litre grey waste tank. So for me, that's a pretty good sized water tank system. There's two garage doors, this one here on the offside. We'll see the near side open when we go round, but access on both sides. And then the back end of the Laika Kosmo. I do like the back end of the Laikas. We've got the twin rear view camera with the black strip, the Laika logo again, and then these two LED strips. On a night, these look really nice because we took this model but with the door on the offside in Italy in May 2024 and did a trip, and I got some really good footage of this lit up on a night, so I do know this motorhome quite well in that respect. Now coming down the near side, let's start with the garage. Now if you like a large garage, this could well be the motorhome for you. If you are going for the 3650 or the 4,400 kilo models, you're probably not going to be as concerned about your payload. If you're going for it in the 3.5 tonne version, you just need to be careful of payload and the weight on your rear axle. But loads of room back here for your equipment, your bikes, all that sort of thing. There is a light in there as well. So that is the really good size rear garage on this Laika. I'll close that up. Continuing down on the near side, the electric hookup point, and again we can just see the graphics here. We've got the vents for the tower fridge and freezer, the toilet cassette point, and that habitation door. Now, one thing you'll notice is there's no awning fitted. You can fit an awning if you want. That would be at an additional cost. That's normally around about £2,000 for a wind out awning. Obviously it depends on who you have and which model you choose, but you could add an awning. Personally, that's what I would do. So here we go, habitation door on the near side. Let me open that up and we'll go inside. Now, opening the door, we've got this nice chrome handle, the window with the blind, as we can see here, and you will find a bin in the door. There is no electric step fitted to this model, so we'll step in. Now, coming inside, there is a fly screen in that door, and then we go into the front cab. So I'll start up here. Now, Fiat, the new 2025, this is a manual here at Camper UK. As I said, there's an automatic version, multifunctional steering wheel, that digital dashboard, the infotainment system there where you're going to see your rear view camera and all the usual controls and holders for the drinks that you'd be expecting. This one at Camper UK is fitted with the Forenza Eco leather. That's this cream leather style, the Laika logo embossed in the seats. These are nice, firm and comfortable seats. Now, this one is a 2-berth model with 4 travel seats. There is an option to have it up to 5 berths with the 4 travel seats, and if you opt for that, you would get a drop down bed above this lounge area, which this one doesn't have, as it is the 2-berth. Now, this lounge layout, what I like here, there's plenty of space to sit. We've got the leathered finished side bench here on the near side, and then the L-shape wraparound lounge area here on the offside. There's also a plug socket and a USB charging point, and then we have this fixed circular table here finished in the forest green. The colour scheme is the forest green and the slate grey in this Kosmo. So the lounge area, I'm just going to stand up next. Here, there's the sunroof. This does open and it does have the blinds. There's blinds all around the motorhome in the cab and the side windows as well, Remis blinds. Then moving along, we have the green lockers. Now, with Laika, the way to open them is they have like a little pushing mechanism. You almost have to push them, they click, and then you can lift them to open. You do get the strong clasps as well. This is just one of the storage cupboards that I'm showing you there. I'll close that down. There's further storage over on this side, on the off side. And then as I move through the lounge area, going up, we have a large sunroof here. Now, the roof does have like a nice foam padding to it as well. Let's tackle the near side where I came in. It's a bit strange seeing a Laika in the other way round. The control panel for the Truma air-blown heating is here. That's your heating and hot water. And the Laika control panel for the lighting and the water and the battery is here. You do get this flap, so when you don't want to see that, you can close that up and it has a nicer finish to it. Coming down, television. This is where you're going to put your television here. There's USBs, there's a plug socket. You could probably add an actual bracket onto this wall. And then coming down, the light switches, and then there's just this little storage compartment here for, I don't know, maybe magazines or papers, but things like that. Working our way through, now this is where we find the Laika logo as well, and this cream gloss and the lighting bar as well. There's some nice lighting in this motorhome. With the daylight, you don't quite see it, but on a night time, we've got this underfloor lighting running down here as well, feeding into the kitchen area. Kitchen is on the off side. Plug socket, as we can see, lighting, an extractor fan, and then this large kitchen cupboard or overhead locker here. If you are short, and I've said this before, you may struggle just to reach up onto that one, but you should be okay for those ones. And that's finished in the cream gloss. Coming down, there's the Remis blinds, the fly screen and the blind. The European motorhomes quite often use this plastic finish as opposed to a concertina, so that isn't something that I'd find unusual on this level of motorhome. If I lift this up, there's 3 gas burners. So again, pretty standard with European motorhomes. You won't find an electric plate. They're very reliant on the gas systems. There's not a great deal of worktop space within this kitchen, so I think it's likely that you'd probably be using the table in the lounge to supplement your storage and sort of worktop space. If I open this up, There is a further rubbish bin, waste bin here. You could use that for food waste or recycling. And then there's these little pull-out storage mechanisms here. I just have to try and remember how I used those when we were in Italy. There we go. So you can slide that out and there's storage there. And then there's also a further slide out on that bottom shelf as well. I'll close that up. Now moving along, in this one here, we're going to find our cutlery tray. And underneath that, and these are soft close, I'll just give that I'll probably have to give it a bit more of a push, but these are soft close. And under here, there is the Thetford dual gas oven and grill for cooking. No microwave, because again, pretty standard with Europeans. So that's the kitchen space on the offside. Over on the near side, we find the Thetford Tower fridge and freezer. This has a 142 litre capacity. This is one of my favourites. You get the freezer compartment at the top, and then you come down into the large fridge space. This is a brilliant fridge freezer, one I've had a lot of experience with. It runs, when you're on electric hookup, it'll run off that electric system. When you're off grid, it's going to run off your gas system. So that's that one. And then down there, there's another storage compartment under that tower fridge and freezer. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving back. So I'm just going to go up. There's a step here that we can see. I'm going to step up. So looking upwards, we have the sunroof here. There isn't an air conditioning unit fitted this motorhome. If aircon's important to you, you could have that fitted. Again, air conditioning units are around about £2,000, depending on your dealer and the model you choose. But that's the roof they're feeding through. And then we have a centre washroom. Now, on the near side, we're going to find the toilet and the washroom itself. And on the off side, we're going to find the shower cubicle. I'll just dive into here. I've partly opened it. So on this model, it's got the wooden floor slat fitted, 2 plugs, and then coming in, the black finish, the handheld shower, a little shelving unit here for your shower gels. I'll just step out so you can have a closer look into there. There is somewhere to hang your towel, which is up here. And then there's lighting, and you are going to get the sunroof there for ventilation. When you want to use the shower, you pull these together and these do lock in place. What I'd also suggest is when you are travelling is you keep that closed as well, so those doors don't move about. So I'd leave that secure. It is nice we've got this frosted finish to it. What you would need to do is this door, I'll just demonstrate this. You'll close this across, and that's going to separate the habitation from the washroom space and give you privacy, and you've got that mirror as well. We will do the washroom last on the way round. I'm going to carry back here into the bedroom, so we'll work our way round. Now this model is the island bed model, as you can see. Size-wise, good bed, 198 centimetres long, 148 centimetres in width. Nice memory foam mattress. Now this bed doesn't retract, so as it is, this is the amount of space you do have to manoeuvre around the bed. It is a good size, however, and it is finished nicely with this forest green and that slate grey backboard. There's a cupboard and some LED lights. There's a USB charger in those lights as well, so you can charge your gadgets. I'll just step up here. Charge your gadgets and put them on those shelves up there. Now you do get a wardrobe at each side. This one's just got a few bits stored in it, some of the cushions. You can see the rail up there if you want to hang things. Otherwise the shelving, and that is the same on the other side. So nice, and these gloss finishes are nice. To get onto the bed, obviously you can see I've climbed up a step. Keep climbing and clamber onto your bed. Right, I will just step down. So good size island bed, 198 by 148, and there is a longitudinal or twin bed model as well. You also are going to get a privacy screen. It's more of a curtain, and that's going to give you your privacy on a night time. So you can pull this across here, and that's going to section that off. Now this is the washroom, so I'll open this. Now what I do like on this Laika Kosmo, we've got these little rails for hanging our towels, and then as we come in, we've got the Thetford swivel toilet. Now one thing is just to check that you can sit on the loo and close the door, as I always say. There is a plug socket in here, and then coming across we have got, it's a little bit misty in here if you're wondering, because we've just come out of the sub-zero temperatures that many of you will have experienced, and this motorhome's been outside, so that's why the mirror is a little bit misted up, no other reason. Cabinets. Now, another thing I just always point out, there's nothing here to stop your toiletries from moving. So when you've been on the road and you arrive on site, be careful when you open the cabinets, because these things could have moved and there's nothing to hold them back with there. That's something I like to see on a motorhome. So that's just something I'd point out. Probably, for me, the only compromise really I found so far. Open shelving here, then we've got the soap dispenser and the toothbrush holder, and then coming along, let me just open this for us, we've got a storage cupboard there and a toilet roll holder. So if you want to use that, you would have to open your cabinet when you wanted your loo roll out. Then there's the sink and tap, so that swivels. This mirror, which is a little bit frosted right now, I won't write on it. And the lighting, and another little sunroof here. So a nice little washroom space, and plenty of space here for putting toiletries when you are set up on site. Right, let me close this and move around. There we go. So that's our bedroom space, our washroom space, the kitchen space. I'd say this is the compromise as well on this motorhome. It's 7.4 metres long, but that's a fairly compact kitchen. And I think the reason that is one, it's European. They spend a lot of time outside, not like us who do cook probably a little bit more indoors. But they're giving us this large lounge area. Relaxation can be quite important, and many motorhomes don't give you much space for relaxation. They're not like a caravan, they're a motorhome. You have to get your head around that when you're moving from one to the other. But this nice wraparound lounge is giving us a lot more space to relax, and that is why the kitchen becomes the compromise, but the lounge area is much larger and a nicer space to relax in. So if that's important to you, that could be a good model. Right, let's dive out. Just be a little bit careful as we come out. So that is the Laika Kosmo L 4.12. The habitation door on the Nearside for the UK market. So if you want a European motorhome, but you don't want the door on the other side, put this one on your list to consider. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look around. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you think to it? Thank you to Camper UK at Lincoln, who've let me come and do a review today of the Laika. That's very much appreciated. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.